San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. on this August 17th. Before we get to weather, we have some breaking news that we want to get to you. So we're learning that there was a shooting at Joint Base San Antonio's Lackland Chapman Training Main Annex Gate. Officials are telling us this happened around 4:30 this morning and that JBSA security officials returned fire against multiple shooters. So right now, the Chapman Training Annex Gate is closed pending an investigation. So at this time, we don't know if anyone was hurt in the shooting or what led up to it in the first place. We don't know if the suspects have been apprehended or who they are. Our Devin Karp is headed out to Lackland right now, and he'll have more information for us later on in the morning.
Turning now to weather, we are starting off with a mixture of clouds and some sunshine. It is going to be a hot day in San Antonio. As we take a look outside, it's already 80 degrees at the airport in San Antonio, 84 in Del Rio. Already starting off in the mid 80s in Del Rio, feeling like 90. It is going to be a hot day today and tomorrow. 101 today, 101 tomorrow. The real only difference between today and tomorrow is that tomorrow will be a little bit breezier with south winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour. So today will be our 7th 100-degree day in a row. But when you compare that to our top triple-digit streaks on record, it really doesn't compare. I'll be back to show you when we were experiencing the longest stretch of triple-digit weather. And, of course, a look ahead to a small rain chance by this time next weekend. Details coming up. Sarah.
Sarah, thank you. New this morning, a Bexar County Sheriff's deputy is in the hospital after suffering a medical emergency during a traffic stop. This happened just before 2 this morning near the intersection of Stone Oak Parkway and Canyon Gulf in northern Bexar County. San Antonio police say the deputy performed a traffic stop in the area when they had that medical emergency. EMS gave the deputy CPR and were able to get a pulse back before taking them to the hospital. No word on the deputy's condition at this time. In your morning headlines, a San Antonio police officer lost his job for failing to pat down a teenager who later shot and killed himself in the Bexar County Jail. So city discipline records show Officer Abadel Munoz is under indefinite suspension. This happened back in March. Body camera video showed multiple officers, including Munoz, failing to pat down 19-year-old Jesus Gonzalez while taking him into custody. After he was taken to the Bexar County Jail, Gonzalez pulled out a gun that was concealed in his clothing, and then he killed himself while Bexar County deputies searched him. The sheriff's office hasn't said whether any deputies will be disciplined. And 1 month after a manager was shot and killed at a Sonic drive-in on Babcock Road, one man has been arrested in connection to the crime. The U.S. Marshal Service arrested this man, Joshua Albert Joseph. Police say he was driving the car where the shooter opened fire on restaurant manager Daniel Shrewsbury on the night of July 7th. The shooter is still on the run. So according to SAPD, Joseph and 2 others went to Shrewsbury's Sonic on July 7th and tried paying with counterfeit money. Shrewsbury noticed and went to take a picture of the suspect's license plate. That's when police say Joseph threatened Shrewsbury, and then the shooter, a woman in the car, shot the Sonic manager. While Joseph was in handcuffs, he had this message about the woman.
If that woman get found, she needs to get what she needs because the family need their blood, and it's not right.
So this suspected shooter, police are still looking for her. She is on your screen right now. Her name is Adea Namir Robertson. Again, she is on your screen. If you know where she is, please call police 210-207-4804. And it's a scary situation that potentially any one of us could suddenly find ourselves in. We're talking about road rage, and in San Antonio, it's seen a lot of it. Back in May, a 28-year-old woman was caught in the crossfire between 2 drivers shooting at each other outside of her hotel. She had to go to the hospital. Experiences like this are fueling fears of road rage incidents for many San Antonians.
It's very scary.
I mean, I've seen people get out of their car and bang on people's windows and stuff like that, crazy stuff.
It makes me feel uncomfortable because you never know who has a gun.
That's why one professor out of the University of Texas at San Antonio is teaming up with the Community Alliance of Traffic Safety to educate kids on how to drive safely. So right now the research is in 2 projects, one on self-driving cars that could minimize speeding and tailgating, and the other is a video game-like simulation to teach good habits.
We believe this will improve the driving safety in the future.
So these programs are still in the early design stages, but researchers see this as a next step to hopefully change driving habits here in San Antonio. It's 8:05 and 80 degrees. Coming up, your dental floss may be cleaning your teeth, but it could also be leaving dangerous chemicals in your mouth. Ooh, Ivan Herrera tells us more in Consumer News. And with triple-digit temps here to stay for a while, you'll need to know when and how to water those plants in your garden. I'll be back to break it down for you next. Another very, very warm day this weekend. Sarah Spivey has a forecast for us when we come. We were spoiled in July with those lower temps. We saw lots of good rain. Everything got so lush outside, but now the triple digits are back with little rain in sight in the 7-day forecast, but we're here to help. I'll show you when you should be watering your plants for them to survive this August and how much.
Triple digits got my plants like, help me, the thirst is real. Much better.
And we have about a month and a half left of this intense heat, but this is how you're going to get your plants through it. Currently in the stage 3 watering restrictions we're in with SAWS, hand watering is allowed any time of day, but let's make it count by watering either before 10 a.m. or after 7 p.m. That way the water is not drying up on your soil from the heat, and you don't run the risk of burning the leaves of your plants. And Mr. Toad, he loves it when I hand water.
My plants that are in the full sun, I'm watering every 2 to 3 days. My plants that are in the shade get watered once a week, maybe twice a week if it's really hot.
And when I do hand water, I water deeply, pointing the nozzle at the roots for 20 to 30 seconds on each plant until it forms a good puddle around it. And as for your non-native grasses, no matter the amount of hand watering you do, with this heat and little rain in sight, it's a losing battle. Check KSAT's gardening section, where I talk about native ground cover options like frog fruit that can survive the heat and drought. If you have a question about a certain plant when it comes to watering, for example, these rose bushes need deep watering about once a week, my friends at Rainbow Gardens are super helpful. Happy gardening!
Great to see Mr. Toad again.
Yeah.
It's like the 7th generation of
She was
toads.
like, is that the same Mr. Toad? I'm like, I don't think so. I think it's a different generation, because every spring I see like a little baby toad and then he gets big.
Yeah.
You were asking.
To be fair, I don't know the life cycle of a toad.
I really don't either, but there's always a baby toad every spring.
I was asking though about your turtle Harley, because you did move your turtle.
We have a pond out there.
How are they doing?
I really think he's in hibernation. Like, it's reverse summer. So during the day, he's at the bottom of the pond where it's like in the 70s.
Right.
And he has a little shelter, like a little cave we have down there, and he just stays there all day. At night, he comes up and he swims. So he's smart. Like, yeah. I mean, he knows.
He's lived inside his whole life, and now he has to deal with the Texas
And he's
heat.
like, what did you bring me out into this
we got
hell for him?
Really, honestly, we got to deal with that heat today. Today is going to be the 7th 100-degree day that we've had in a row. You know, that's a lot, but it's nothing really that would be record-breaking. In fact, the longest streak of 100-degree days we've had, so back-to-back 100-degree days, was just last year between July 30th to August 21st. We were in the middle of a triple-digit streak that lasts for 23 days. This is a look at the top 5 triple-digit streaks, and you can see that there were 3 times last year that we cracked into the top 5. 18 days from late August through September, and 15 days from early July through a good portion of July. So even though, yes, it's hot, we are at that time of year where we deal with temperatures in the triple digits. So 7 100-degree days in a row today, with a high of 101, 100 in New Braunfels. It'll be 104 in Del Rio, 103 in Eagle Pass, 105 in Cotulla, 104 in Carrizo Springs. just under 100 out in the hill country, but it's still going to be hot. It'll be 98 in Fredericksburg and 99 in Kerrville. So enjoy temperatures in the upper 70s and low 80s while you can. 79 in New Braunfels. Good morning, Seguin. It's 79, 78 in Poteet and in Pleasanton, 77 in Floresville, 77 in Hondo, 75 in Tarpley and in Lakey, and it's 75 in Kerrville this morning. Here's a look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast. You guessed it. It is going to be sunny. It is going to be hot. By noon, it'll be 92, but it's going to feel like 102. The heat index is going to be worse or highest during the early afternoon. So we'll be looking at a peak heat index of about 106 around 3 o'clock. And then as we head into the evening, the humidity is going to come down. And so even though it's going to be hot, it's going to feel better in the early evening hours than it will during the early afternoon. So before sunset, 7, 8 o'clock, you have a little bit of time to enjoy that walk, especially if you're out in the shade. Otherwise, please take care of yourself today. Again, it is going to be plenty hot. Let's take a look at Hurricane Ernesto, which is moving just past the island of Bermuda now, but it did make a direct hit on Bermuda. Storm surge, lots of rain, heavy winds. This is going to be an issue for the island as they try to recover out there from Ernesto. Now, Ernesto is going to eventually weaken into a tropical storm as it moves into the northern waters of the Atlantic there, colder waters of the Atlantic, and that's why it's going to fall apart. But it's likely going to bring some weather to parts of the UK and areas out there. So an impressive system, Hurricane Ernesto, that is really only causing some issues with rip currents along the east coast. Meanwhile, high pressure system firmly in place, dome of high pressure, creating heat for us here in San Antonio. And what's worse is that high is going to move overhead in the coming days. So 101 today, yeah, plenty hot, but it's going to be 102, 103 for days ahead. The one thing to look forward to, though, is there is the potential that this low pressure system could interrupt our triple-digit weather pattern. By Friday, Saturday, that low will be moving across deep South Texas. As it does so, even though we're not guaranteed good rain in San Antonio, we are expecting a little bit of extra cloud cover. So that could cause our temperatures to come down a little bit from well into the triple digits to the upper 90s by Friday. Right now, the best we can do is 20% chance for isolated rain. But if that low positions itself in a bit further to the north, that would mean a higher chance for rain for us in San Antonio. So we'll keep you posted. That's the next thing we're looking for after all of this heat. By the way, we just got the pollen count in. I'll have that in the next 15 minutes, Sarah.
Cool. Thank you, Sarah. 8:15, 80 degrees. Coming up, are there forever chemicals in your dental floss? Ooh. Ivanetta tells us which brands are safe and which ones to think twice about. Let's take a look at your lotto numbers. Pick 3, 0, 6, 1, Fireball 5, Daily 4, 8, 2, 0, 7, Fireball 2, Cash 5, 4, 22, 24, 27, 32, Mega Millions, 22, 38, 48, 51, 61, Mega Ball 5, Mega Plier 3. Welcome back. Do you know what's in your dental floss? Surprisingly, some brands of floss contain so-called forever chemicals, or PFAS. Digital journalist Ivan Herrera tells us which brands are chemical-free and which ones you might want to think twice about using.
Even if we don't follow it, we all know the advice from dentists.
Flossing is the game changer. Flossing makes a huge amount of difference in the mouth.
That advice isn't changing, but the findings from a Consumer Reports analysis of what's in your dental floss might have you thinking twice about the type of floss that you're using.
Some dental flosses use PFAS chemicals for a smoother glide. However, these forever chemicals have been linked to various health problems and environmental concerns. Some flosses also contain undisclosed flavors and are made of plastic.
CR and MadeSafe, a nonprofit focused on product safety and sustainability, recently analyzed ingredients in a variety of flosses. 10 flosses either failed to disclose their ingredients contained PFAS or included other components linked to health concerns, posing higher risks to consumers. 3 flosses stood out as favorites because they contain safer and more sustainable ingredients. While companies aren't required to disclose all ingredients in dental floss, Tom's of Maine, Dental Lace, Cocoa Floss, and Nudge provided CR with a complete list of ingredients and confirmed they don't intentionally add PFAS to their products. Procter & Gamble, makers of Oral-B Glide, confirmed that their floss contains PTFE, a type of PFAS, citing its performance benefits. However, they maintain it's safe and free of certain phased-out PFAS. The Humble Co. provided partial information confirming PFAS-free status, but giving incomplete flavor details. The other companies did not respond to CR's inquiries or did not provide answers to questions. And for people who hate flossing with the string, how about a water flosser?
Water flossers like Waterpik work well for removing food debris. And although they may not be quite as effective as string floss at scraping away bacteria, they're a great option for people who dislike string floss or who find it difficult to use.
Remember, the best flossing method is the one you'll use regularly. Ivan Herrera, KSAT 12 News.
And if you're in the market to rent an apartment, here's some good news. The rental market is slowing down, which means many tenants are now being given incentives to sign a lease. With rising vacancy rates, some landlords are offering perks like free parking or weeks of free rent. A third or rental listings on Zillow now offer an incentive to rent. The shift is being driven in part by a building boom for apartments. In June, nearly 60,000 multifamily units were constructed across the U.S. You're heading out to buy clothes today, maybe for some back-to-school shopping. Make sure to buy secondhand. That's because today is National Thrift Shop Day. Thrifting isn't just a deal for you. It also helps the environment by reducing how much we consume. And as any thrift shopper knows, some of the best items in your wardrobe you can find secondhand. Our local Goodwill stores are great. I love visiting them. They also help out, we said, with the environment. Think about all of the water that is used to make every single, I think it was like 5,000 gallons of water to make one t-shirt. A lot. So just think about that. Do you really need that t-shirt? You can get a really cool one at your Goodwill store. It's 8:22 and 80 degrees. Coming up, we'll have a sneak peek of this morning's edition of Texas. Today at 10 a.m. on Texas Eats, we're rounding up the best bites from the 75th San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo with David Elder.
We're going to start it off big because gator bites.
Absolutely.
Talk to me about what y'all do a little bit different. What makes yours stand out?
Ours is the best because we only use the white meat. You should only eat the white meat. We serve the tail, and we have a secret to what we do, so I can't tell you.
Nobody had ever heard of them down here, like nobody. I mean, funnel cakes, of course, is a very popular
We all
dessert.
love funnel cakes.
So we were like, we got to introduce Texas to some elephant ears. It's giant, fried, and sweet, and that's Texas, right?
Because it's like a big taco tortilla sandwich. Like you gotta take a bite.
If you wrap it like this, it's like a tortilla. There you go.
So like Texas barbecue right there.
I tell you what, I'm gonna take a bite. The dino beef rib. What kind of wood y'all using?
Mesquite only that we get on our ranch where my wife grew up. My beautiful wife right there.
It's the beef brisket or the beef rib. That's the bite.
Sarah, I did the math, and I think we're about 6 months out from the San Antonio Rodeo. So we're halfway there. You know how they do Christmas in July?
Yeah.
It's rodeo in August.
Rodeo in August.
Rodeo in August.
Do you like alligator? The fried alligator?
Actually, yes.
It can be good.
I've had it before. It's been really good. I had it in New Orleans when I was there for a while, and it was delicious.
The Taste in New Orleans event that we do here does a good job, too.
They definitely do.
All right, it's 8:27, 80 degrees coming up. You're getting the right backpack for your kids' school this year. Coming up, we'll tell you how to make sure your student gets the bag. That's right. Good morning, and we're learning about a shooting earlier this morning that happened at the gates of Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland. Earlier this morning, we're told multiple shooters exchanged gunfire with security at that gate, and that gate is closed this morning. There's still a lot we don't know right now, but Devin Karp is out at Lackland right now. He's trying to figure out more about the situation. We do know that there's a heavy police presence at that gate right now, and he'll have more information for us later on. Sarah?
Yeah, we've got the pollen count in today, and it's good news. So the pollen count shows that molds are low at 2,890. That's the lowest molds have been for a while. So as far as allergens go, things look pretty good for us. And outside, we're starting to see those morning clouds break up. So we're going to have nothing but sunshine later on. It's already 80. It feels like 86. Winds are from the south at about 5 miles per hour. 76 in Kerrville, 81 in New Braunfels, already 84 in Del Rio, 82 in Laredo. Now today we'll be reaching a high temperature of 101, feeling like 104 to 105. And today will likely be our 7th day in a row of triple digit weather. So when we look at the forecast, here's what we're going to talk about. Heat and repeat, triple digits daily for us for most of next week. There is Hurricane Ernesto, which is over Bermuda at the moment. We'll check in on Ernesto and see where it's headed. And then rain chances, there's a slight chance by the end of this upcoming week and into the weekend. That'll affect our temperatures too and hopefully break that triple digit heat streak. Details coming up. Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. With the price for a college degree going up year after year, more young people are looking for an alternate path to success after high school. Lionel Moyes shows us how young people are turning more and more to learning trades instead of going the college route.
Backpacks can be very heavy, especially for the smaller children.
Oh, is that okay? So we're talking backpacks right now. Backpacks should only weigh about 15% of your child's body weight. They need to be sized appropriately for your child, and the shoulder straps need to be adjusted to their height.
It should sit somewhere around their, what we call, if you put your hands on your hips, that's about where it should, the bottom of the backpack should sit.
Doctors at Christus Children's Hospital say heavy backpacks can cause severe back issues like scoliosis, but your child could be uncomfortable if they're not using a backpack properly. And parents and families know about school districts' shrinking budgets, growing class sizes, and challenges schools are facing. So how do you support them? Here's one way to get involved with the Parent Teacher Association, or PTA. Patty Santos tells us about it.
It is hard work, but it's rewarding work and it's worth it.
Ryan Brown, a Castle Hills Elementary School watchdog and PTA member, got involved because he wanted to get to know the staff.
I just wanted to see what was going on and how I could just kind of check in on my kid, honestly.
I grew up with a PTA mom, and she was involved and did all the things and came through the classrooms, and I loved having my mom on campus.
Kelly Venegas knows the impact it has on kids to have parents be involved. Both work together to make their kids' campus the best.
We're really just here to encourage and grow our campus for our children.
They are one of hundreds of PTAs that help support teachers and staff at our local schools. How, you ask?
When we do fundraise, it does go back to our school, our campus, and our community.
PTA set up special events for teachers, organize parties, bike rodeos, and find ways to improve the campus. It's a voluntary job, of course.
Yeah, the more people you have, the easier the job gets because it's not just one person doing it.
Don't have a lot of time? It's okay.
The good thing about PTA is you can be as involved as you want to be, just signing up. Just signing up and helping with the $6 it is now.
Being a part of the PTA is not getting credit. It's about doing what's best for the kids.
Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
Looking ahead, we're getting ready for our 3rd annual KSAT Pigskin Classic game, which will be known as the Peanut Butter Bowl. Okay, that's cool. Bernie and Piper are playing each other. The game is also a fundraiser. We'll be collecting donations in peanut butter jars to support local food pantries. You can also help out from home. Just scan this QR code on your screen. It'll take you online to the donation form. You can choose which team you'd like to donate on behalf of, either Bernie, Greyhounds, or the Piper Warriors. The school with the most money gets the bragging rights, but more importantly, the money will benefit 2 local food pantries, the Hill Country Daily Bread and the Bulverde Food Pantry. You can find more information on ksatcommunity.com. 8:36 and 80 degrees. We've got a sneak peek at a local country artist who you just might want to see live in concert tonight. Our SA Live team introduces us to Austin Gilliam. More and more young people are saying no to college and instead picking up a trade. We'll tell you why next. 8:37 and 80 degrees. We've got a sneak peek at a local country artist who you just might want to see live in concert tonight. Our SA Live team introduces us to Austin Gilliam. More and more young people are saying no to college and instead picking up a trade. We'll tell you why next. 80 degrees. Sarah Spivey is forecasting another triple-digit day. She says we can do it and get through this August, maybe a little bit of September. Hey, she'll have a forecast for us when we come back. With the price for a college degree going up year after year, more young people are looking for an alternate path to success after high school. Lionel Moise shows us how young people are turning more and more to learning trades instead of going the college route.
Welcome back, guys, to another day in the life of the commercial electricians.
Lexia Brew is not your typical TikTok influencer.
I'm going to show you what happens when a breaker doesn't do its job and it doesn't trip.
Instead of makeup tutorials or luxury hauls, she showcases the life of an electrician to her 2.2 million followers.
I went to college for pre-med, and then COVID happened. At this time, I was doing electrical work, and that's kind of when I took over electrical full-time.
Born into a family of electricians, Abreu began posting videos of her work in 2022. Now she says she gets thousands of messages from viewers saying she made them consider a different career path.
There are so many people that comment and say that they started trades or starting looking into trades because of my videos.
Abreu's path is part of a larger trend with more young people turning to trades driven by competitive salaries and rising college costs. Last year, enrollment in trade-focused community colleges rose 16%, and the number of students studying construction trades rose 23%. This as the number of students completing undergraduate degrees dropped. As for Abreu, she's happy her career path is paving the way for the next generation.
You don't just have one route, which is college. You could go to a trade school, you could go to a tech school, you could join a union, you can join an apprenticeship, as opposed to going to college and spending all of this money. When you're first getting out of an apprenticeship and stuff, you have no debt. You're just stacking money at that point.
Good morning. We're right outside the gate here at Joint Base San Antonio Lackland for the Air Force Base at the Chapman Training Annex. Now take a look at the gate here. You can see that officials have closed this off after suspects came and shot at security officials in the gate. Now we know that they returned fire earlier this morning as those suspects drove off. Now we don't know much. We've heard from San Antonio police that there is not a ton of information on suspects, only that they are in a silver sedan and there were no injuries received. Now for now, this gate is still closed for anyone wanting to come to the training annex. You're going to have to come up north through this road to go to the next entrance. We're still learning new details about this, and I'm going to work our best to keep you updated. But for now, I'm Devin Karp, KSAT 12 News.
Devin, thank you. And he's going to be tracking this story throughout the morning. Also look for updates on our website, ksat.com.
Well, turning to weather, it is going to be another 100-degree day, Sarah. But this is that time of year where we start racking up those triple digits.
Yeah.
So nothing out of the ordinary. We do have our eyes set, though, on the potential for a break in the weather pattern by this time next weekend.
Okay.
Something to keep our eyes on. First, let's keep our eyes on Hurricane Ernesto. Category 1 hurricane working its way through Bermuda now. Bermuda is starting to move north of the island, but the island has received several inches of rain, damaging wind gusts and storm surge as well. Direct hit toward Bermuda overnight. Now, Ernesto will be moving out to sea as a Category 1 hurricane before weakening once it gets into the cooler waters of the northern Atlantic, but it is still expected to maintain wind speeds of 45 miles per hour as it heads to parts of Europe. It is interesting to see just how strong Ernesto is right now. It's got a Category 1 status. So now these storms are often fueled by warm water. The water around Bermuda right now is about 84 degrees. As it heads up into the northern Atlantic, that's when it encounters that cold pool of ocean water temperature up there in the 60s. Now, as for us here in the United States, there are high surf and rip current warnings all the way from areas in New England down toward Georgia and the Carolinas. So even though it's way offshore, it's still impacting parts of the United States through the beaches and rip currents. Otherwise, big story across the nation is the excessive heat from Oklahoma City to Dallas to Little Rock to Shreveport. That's where temperatures are going to be even hotter than they will be here in San Antonio. We've got that heat high, which is still technically off to the west, but it's going to be moving directly over Texas in the coming days. So even though it's going to be hot here in San Antonio with a high of 101, it'll be even hotter in the days ahead. Here's a look at the next several days for you. 102 Monday, 103 Tuesday, 102 on Wednesday. Today will be our 7th day in a row. By Thursday, we'll have had 12 100-degree days in a row. That's a lot, but it's not necessarily a record. And again, our average high this time of year is in the upper 90s, so we are running about 5 degrees warmer than that. Now, there is hope to break that triple-digit streak because a low-pressure system will be moving across deep South Texas by Friday and Saturday. Now, depending on where that low goes, that'll impact our rain chances. But right now, at least, it looks like we have a small 20% chance for an isolated shower or storm by Friday and Saturday, and we'll at least have a little extra cloud cover. So that's what makes me believe that we'll see temperatures below 100 degrees by the week's end. Otherwise, it is going to be a hot day today. Here's your KSAT 12-hour forecast. By noon, 92, feeling like 102 around the lunch hour. So not comfortable to have Saturday brunch outdoors. And then by the afternoon, mainly between 2 and 3, that's when it's going to feel the hottest because humidity will be the highest. We'll be looking at heat index of 105 to 106. And then this evening, the humidity is not going to be as much of a factor. So if you're looking for an ideal time to go outside, it would mainly be just before sunset, 7, 8 o'clock, find some shade. There will be low humidity. Looking at that forecast again, temperatures are going to be climbing. We'll be looking at highs near 103 and then a small chance for rain Friday into next weekend. Sarah, I mentioned that even though we could potentially have 12 100-degree days in a row, that's nothing compared to what we dealt with in just even last year. So I have a look at last year to compare what we're dealing with here today, this year.
So we can't really complain.
I mean, I think
we went through it last year, was just horrific.
I think this is still heat that can be dangerous if you're not hydrating properly, but it is not as bad as it was last year.
Thanks, Sarah. 846, 80 degrees. Let's take a look outside with TransGuide. Hey, at 35 in Benz Engelman, there was a big tractor trailer that was overturned yesterday late in the afternoon. It was still there overnight. It was there this morning when I was driving in at 5, but it looks like it is finally open and clear. If that is your route this morning, you are good to go.
And just a reminder about I-10 and 1604. There's some construction going on. Latest on KSAT.com. Your Texas Lotto, your pick 3 is 0, 6, 1, Fireball 5. Daily 4, 8, 2, 0, 7, Fireball 2. And your cash 5 is 4, 22, 24, 27, 32.
Mega Millions, 22, 38, 48, 51, 61, Mega Ball 5, Mega Plier 3. We have a lot of exciting events for you and the family to take in today. So we'll start off at the farmers market at Mission Marquee Plaza. So the plaza will be chock full of local vendors selling everything from fresh produce to high quality goods. There'll also be a free yoga and Zumba class. If you're looking for some exercise, the market will go on at the plaza from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Happening a little later, the Rock at Lackland will hold their monthly Rock and Shop Night Market this evening. So from 6 to 10 tonight, you can shop local from 25 vendors as well and enjoy some fresh air without the heat. Without the heat in quotations. Plus at 6:30, they'll be playing Light, Low, and Stitch. Oh, I love that movie. As part of the movie in Frost Plaza, the Rock at Lackland, located at 1 Spurs Way. And if you're headed to SeaWorld to beat the heat this weekend, you might want to stop and try the food. The park is hosting the Red, White, and Barbecue Tastes of America Festival that features 5 different kinds of barbecue from across the country. Every weekend until September 2nd, the park will offer live music and 5 punch lanyard to taste samples. SeaWorld San Antonio Pass members will get 2 additional samples when they purchase that lanyard. 852 and 80 degrees. Up next, we have a sneak peek at a local country artist who you might want to see live in concert tonight. He's a little bit Americana and he's a little bit rock and roll, but he's 100% Texas. Yeehaw!
Texas. New Braunfels musician Austin Gilliam making waves with his nostalgic tunes.
And he's going to be at the Rail House in Kyle tonight if you're looking for something fun to do. He's also performing at Green Hall this coming Tuesday, where he has his brand new song, Never Gonna Die.
Well, this is called Never Gonna Die.
I'm never gonna slip, I'm never falling down, I'm never gonna trip, I'll never meet the ground, I'm never gonna go, never gonna go, never gonna go away. I'm never gonna quit, I'm never gonna fade, I'll never make it rich, but that's the price I'll pay. I'm never gonna die, I'm never gonna fall, you'll never hear my last, I'll last you all. I'm never gonna go, never gonna go, never gonna go away. I'm never gonna go, never gonna go, never gonna go away.
Sarah Spivey dancing up a storm over here.
I was dancing, but I was going to keep that like only between us.
Never. There it is. I told you.
Okay.
All right. So like we said, Gilliam will be performing live in concert tonight.
We look forward to that.
Absolutely. It is 8:56 and 80 degrees. An East Side restaurant serving more than just barbecue still ahead, how the owner is teaching kids valuable life lessons and skills.